Life can be unpredictable. Storms come and go, often when we least expect them. It's during these challenging times that faith becomes our anchor, our guiding light. Faith is trusting in something bigger than ourselves, something beyond our understanding. It's believing in a brighter tomorrow, even when surrounded by darkness. Faith gives us strength. It whispers hope into our hearts when despair threatens to consume us. Just like a lighthouse guides ships safely through treacherous waters, faith illuminates our path, leading us towards safety and peace. Noah lived in a world consumed by wickedness. The people around him were lost in their own desires, indulging in sinful activities and creating chaos wherever they went. The marketplace was a place of disorder, where honesty and integrity were rare commodities. Amidst this turmoil, Noah stood out as a beacon of righteousness. He was a man of deep faith and unwavering principles, chosen by God for a very special purpose. His life was a testament to his devotion and his commitment to living a life that pleased his Creator. God saw Noah's pure heart, his unwavering faith, and his simple obedience. Noah's faith was not just a matter of words, it was evident in his actions and his daily life. He lived with a sense of purpose, always striving to do what was right in the eyes of God. This obedience was not blind, it was rooted in deep trust and love for his Creator. Noah's relationship with God was built on a foundation of trust, and he knew that following God's commands was the path to true fulfillment and peace. One day, God commanded Noah to build an ark, a massive vessel unlike anything the world had ever seen. This was no ordinary task, it was a monumental undertaking that required immense faith and dedication. Noah had never built an ark before. The concept was foreign to him, and the sheer scale of the project was daunting. Yet he did not hesitate or question God's instructions. He didn't question God's instructions. Instead, he listened intently, absorbing every detail and preparing himself for the task ahead. His determination was unwavering and his faith in God's plan was absolute. He listened and obeyed, trusting in the divine plan. Day by day, Noah worked diligently on the ark, pouring his heart and soul into the construction. He prayed for strength and guidance, knowing that he was part of something much greater than himself. His obedience and faith were the cornerstones of his journey, and through his actions, he demonstrated the true meaning of trust in God. Imagine the enormity of the task before Noah. Building an ark was no small feat. God provided Noah with specific instructions, a divine blueprint. It would be a safe haven, a sanctuary from the coming storm. Day and night, Noah and his family toiled. They cut down trees, shaped the wood, and carefully followed God's plan. Their faith was their hammer and their chisel, shaping not just wood, but their destiny. God's plan for the ark extended beyond Noah and his family. It was to be a sanctuary for all living creatures. 2 by 2, animals from every corner of the earth, both great and small, found their way to the ark. The sight must have been extraordinary, a testament to the power of God's word. The animals, guided by an unseen hand, entered the ark peacefully, seeking refuge from the impending destruction. Section 5. The heavens open. The deluge begins. As the last animal stepped inside, the sky grew dark. Torrents of rain began to fall, an unrelenting deluge unlike anything the world had ever seen. The earth, once dry and thirsty, was now consumed by the rising waters. The floodgates of heaven had opened, and the world as they knew it was being swept away. Section 6. Adrift in a world submerged 40 days and 40 nights. For 40 days and 40 nights the rain poured relentlessly. The ark, tossed and turned by the raging floodwaters, became a beacon of hope in a world submerged in chaos. Inside its wooden walls, life continued. Noah and his family tended to the animals, prayed, and waited for the storm to pass. Their faith, tested like never before, did not waver. They held on to the promise of a new beginning. Section 7. A dove's flight, seeking signs of hope. As the rain subsided, the ark drifted silently upon the face of the deep. Noah, eager for a sign of hope, sent out a dove to search for dry land. The dove returned, a single olive leaf clutched in its beak. The sight of that leaf filled their hearts with joy. It was a symbol of peace, a promise that the waters were receding. God had remembered them. His promise of deliverance was being fulfilled. Section 8. Touching solid ground, the promise fulfilled. Finally, the day arrived when the ark came to rest on the slopes of Mount Ararat. Noah and his family, along with all the animals, stepped out onto dry land, breathing in the fresh air of a new world. The flood had cleansed the earth, washing away the wickedness and making way for a fresh start. It was a time for rebirth, a time to rebuild and repopulate the world with righteousness. Section 9. A Rainbow's Embrace, God's Covenant of Mercy. As a symbol of his promise, God placed a magnificent rainbow in the sky. It was a reminder of his covenant with Noah, a promise that he would never again destroy the earth with a flood. The rainbow became a symbol of hope, a reminder of God's love, mercy, and faithfulness. It was a promise of a brighter future, a future where humanity and nature could coexist in harmony. Section 10. Legacy of the Ark, a testament to faith. The story of Noah's Ark is more than just an ancient tale. It is a narrative that has transcended time, culture, and geography, resonating deeply with people from all walks of life. This story, found in the book of Genesis, tells of a man named Noah who was chosen by God to undertake an extraordinary mission. Noah was instructed to build an enormous ark to save his family and pairs of every kind of animal from a catastrophic flood that would cleanse the earth. It's a timeless message of faith, obedience, and the importance of trusting in God's plan, even when we don't fully understand it. Noah's unwavering faith and obedience to God's command, despite the skepticism and ridicule from those around him, serve as a powerful example for us all. His story teaches us that faith is not just about believing in something greater than ourselves, but also about acting on that belief even when the path ahead is uncertain. Noah's story serves as a beacon of hope, reminding us that even in the darkest of times, God's love and mercy will see us through. The floodwaters may rise and the storms may rage, but with faith, we can weather any storm. The rainbow that appeared after the flood is a symbol of God's promise and a reminder of his everlasting covenant with humanity. It signifies hope, renewal, and the assurance that we are never alone in our struggles. It's a story that continues to inspire generations, reminding us of the power of faith to overcome any obstacle. From ancient times to the present day, the story of Noah's Ark has been passed down through generations, each retelling reinforcing the values of faith, resilience, and divine providence. Whether it's a family gathered around a fire sharing the tale, students in a classroom learning about it, or a community coming together to rebuild after a disaster, the legacy of Noah's Ark endures. It is a testament to the enduring power of faith and the belief that, no matter the challenges we face, we can find strength and hope in our faith. Section 11, Seeds of Hope, Noah's Story, Our Inspiration. Noah's story is one of the most profound and enduring tales from the Bible, a narrative that has inspired countless generations. It is a story of faith, perseverance, and the unyielding human spirit in the face of adversity. As we face the storms in our lives, let us remember Noah's unwavering faith. In a world filled with chaos and uncertainty, Noah stood firm in his belief. He trusted in God's word even when it seemed impossible. The dark, stormy skies and the relentless rain symbolize the trials and tribulations we all encounter. Yet, like Noah, we can find strength in our faith to weather these storms. Let us be inspired by his obedience and his trust in God's plan. Noah's dedication to building the ark, despite the skepticism and ridicule from those around him, is a testament to his unwavering commitment. His hands, worn and calloused from the labor, were guided by a higher purpose. In our own lives, we too can find solace and direction by trusting in a greater plan, even when the path ahead is unclear. Just like the dove that returned with an olive branch, let us seek out signs of hope in our lives. The olive branch is a universal symbol of peace and new beginnings. In the midst of desolation, it represents the promise of renewal and the resilience of life. We must keep our eyes and hearts open to these signs, no matter how small, for they remind us that hope is always within reach. Let us be instruments of peace, kindness, and compassion, sharing the message of God's love with everyone we meet. In a world that often feels divided and fragmented, our actions can be a beacon of light. By extending a helping hand, offering a kind word, or simply being present for someone in need, we embody the spirit of Noah's story. We become vessels of God's love, spreading hope and healing wherever we go. The story of Noah's Ark reminds us that even in the face of overwhelming challenges, hope endures. The Ark, a symbol of refuge and salvation, carried Noah and his family through the flood. The rainbow, a sign of God's covenant, assures us that after every storm, there is a promise of peace and renewal. We too can find refuge in our faith and the assurance that no matter how dire the circumstances, hope will always prevail. Let us carry that hope in our hearts, knowing that, with faith, all things are possible. The single flower breaking through the pavement, the candle illuminating the darkness, and the light shining on the open Bible all symbolize the power of faith and hope. They remind us that even in the most challenging times we can find strength and inspiration. With faith as our guide, we can overcome any obstacle and emerge stronger, just as Noah did. Let us hold on to this hope and let it light our way.